Growing up in an Italian family, special occasions like weddings, baby showers, and Christmas always featured a delightful cookie on the Italian cookie tray. This cookie, known as the peach cookie, was a stunning blend of pastel yellow, pink, and in my family green, all coated in sugar and filled with creamy vanilla and chocolate pudding. Oh, and drenched in whiskey. So, this Christmas, I decided to surprise my Nonna by baking a batch to add to our Christmas cookie tray. Starting with the cookie, cream 1 cup of butter, then gradually add 1.5 cups of sugar and mix well. Once all the sugar has been combined and mixed well, add 4 eggs one at a time and mix between each addition. Once all the eggs have been mixed well, add in the zest of 1 lemon and mix in. Then in a separate bowl, sift 4 cups of flour. Then begin adding the flour 1 cup at a time to the batter by remeasuring each cup and removing the excess flour and mixing between each addition. After a while, you might find it's easier to mix with your hands. I ended up using all the flour I had sifted, which was about 5 cups. The dough should be soft and almost like sugar cookie dough. Take a heaping tablespoon of dough. I found using an almost full ice cream scoop kept the measurements extremely equal, and roll it into a 1.5-inch ball. You can make them any size you like, and I did a mix of mini, medium, and large, but I found that the 1.5-inch was the perfect medium size and the size I remember from my Nonna's cookie tray. But it's important to keep them all the same size for when you sandwich them. Bake them at 350 for 15 minutes. To keep the cookies soft, they should be just cooked and still light on the bottom, but it's okay if they've lightly browned, like mine. Allow them to cool for a minute, then, while they're still warm, grab a knife and spoon and carve out a little well in the bottom of the cookies. Then place them on a wire rack to cool. I did this over the course of 2 days, so that was the end of my day 1. Now starting day 2 by making the pudding for the filling. My Nonna uses the cooked kind, not the instant kind, because it's richer and has a better hold. So to make the pudding, combine 3 cups of milk with the pudding package and bring to a boil, stirring constantly. Then cover and place in the fridge while it fully cools and thickens. Then repeat those steps with the chocolate pudding. Take 2 mashed up cookies and fill in the well in 1/2 with the chocolate pudding, other half with the vanilla pudding. Then carefully put the 2 halves together. Once all your cookies are assembled and on a tray, cover them and place them in the fridge for about 10 to 15 minutes. While those set, pour about a cup of sugar into a bowl. Then get 3 separate bowls for dipping and pour in 1/2 cup of whiskey and 1/4 cup of water to each bowl. Then add in the food coloring, yellow, red, and green. Most people do just red and yellow, but in my family, my Nonna also did green as a combination between the traditional peach cookie and pear cookie. I found 5 drops of each color was the magic number to achieving a vibrant pastel. This is a watered down version because I always found the taste of whiskey to be way too strong, especially as a kid. But my Nonna just does 3/4 cup of pure alcohol. Then take your sandwich cookie, dipping it in the first color to about halfway, then turning it 180 degrees and dipping it into the second color halfway across, then turning it to dip in the last bit of showing cookie into the third color. I found the order of yellow, red, and green to be the best and most seamless combination. Once it's all dipped and beautiful, place it on a wire rack to drip off excess and absorb a little bit. That way the sugar will only lightly coat it without clumping and creating big white sugary patches. In a few of the videos I watched beforehand, they rolled the cookie around in the sugar using a spoon, but I found it easier to roll it around by hand, rolling the edges first, then pressing the top and bottom into the sugar. I also wanted to try something new that lots of other Italians do, which is dipping the cookies into peach liqueur. So in 3 new bowls, you could do the measurements the same as the whiskey, but because I was just testing a few, I added 1/4 cup of peach liqueur and a little bit of water, probably around 1/8 of a cup to each bowl. Then, because it's a clear liqueur, I found that the 3 drops of food coloring for each color was plenty for vibrant colors. Once all the cookies are dipped and coated and you're ready to plate, you can grab some fresh mint leaves and gently insert in between the cookie for decoration and to make it look like a true peach. Then, as my Nonna and all my aunties would do, place the cookies into a muffin liner. And there you have it, beautiful, authentic, and Nonna approved peach cookies. They add such a beautiful splash of color to any table or cookie tray and are soft with the most beautiful mix of a subtly sweet lemony cookie, rich chocolate and vanilla pudding, and the most delightful punch of rye or peach liqueur you will ever have in one bite. Save this recipe for your next special occasion or craving and let me know if you've tried it out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.